So I went live.
Okay, so we're live. Are we live on two different things now?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're just live on one.
Just live on one. Hang on. You need to hang on. I just got to disconnect and reconnect. And thank you so much for hanging in there with us, girls, during a technical difficulty.
Start getting people to join now.
Thank you. Everybody join. Rejoin. He's clicking on the phone.
Okay.
Okay?
Sort of.
Sort of. Hang on. We're almost there. Rejoin. Are we getting people to rejoin?
Yeah, they're joining. We got
Thank you so much.
We got 40 back on.
Hey, we're getting there.
Now they can hear you. They couldn't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now? Can you see me now too? Oh,
Yeah,
sometimes.
Just explain we had to switch.
Yeah, we had to switch cameras because the other one somehow wasn't connected. Wasn't playing nice with the Wi-Fi.
It was overheating.
The other camera was overheating. That's not good.
Yeah, you're so hot.
I'm so hot. Not. But thank you for joining back with us. We're Patchwork Party Live, and I got things to show you. And thank you for hanging in there.
Just give them another
During
second,
Yep, I'm going to give you another few seconds for technical difficulties.
Got 50 people back on.
Thank you
Saying,
so much. Thank you. So far, so good. Yay! We had a camera overheating and not playing nice with the Wi-Fi. So we don't know what that's about. That can't be good. Can't be good. But thank you for hanging in there, and thank you for rejoining.
Got a couple people saying their fingers are crossed.
Mine too. My fingers are crossed. My toes are crossed. We're all crossed. Yay! Like and share again. Your names will go back in. Facebook will hopefully pick you up. So, thank you so much. Patchwork Party Live, July. Yay! 2023. Thank you. So, I'm just going to continue where we were at before. I'm not going to go back.
Okay.
We can watch two. And what we'll try to do maybe is merge the two later on and put on YouTube. Maybe we'll see what we can do. So, I was talking about the Hanukkah placemats when we were switching over. So really pretty placemats for Hanukkah. 6 placemats plus the backing to make your placemats. So I just thought the colors were really pretty and it's really nice. So we have some of those available for you if you need that type of thing. Okay, hope you saw the other stuff. Alrighty, so now I want to show you, I think I'm going to show you these guys before we go into our little demo for tonight and stuff that we got going on. So we have this cute little panel. It's peace and joy and I don't know. I can't read it all. Merry and bright, Merry Christmas. So the panel is really pretty. It has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 little panel pieces. And what we did is we took them and we used them with some of the silicone mats and made, these are mug rugs called mug rug refill. Snug as a mug. Snug as a mug. And we made Snug as a mug, can't pick it up. Trivets and pot holders. So we just took the little panel piece and put it in the mug rug along with some of the fabrics to make the little silicone mug rug. And then this is a little silicone trivet, or if you put the little pocket in the back, it becomes a pot holder. So you can put your little panel piece right in the middle of the silicone. And I think we've looked at these silicones and I've showed you how they work before. So this is the silicone Snug as a mug rug and the trivet holders. So if you have not used these before, made them, the first thing you do is you get the pattern, and the pattern has one silicone. I think this has 2 silicones in it. Maybe just one. I thought it was one. Anyways, it has a silicone mug rug piece in it, and it has the little silicone trivet in. So you start with the pattern, and then you get a silicone thing. And then once you've made one, once you find out how fun they are to make, then you can just buy the refills which are less expensive because they don't have the patterns with them. So you can buy the mug rugs and the pot holders and trivets, and they make great Christmas gifts. So we used our little 6.5-inch squares in the center of these, and they're just really pretty. The fabric is just really pretty with a little bit of gold metallic, and makes just a really pretty hostess gift for Christmas and the holidays. Of course, you can use any scraps to make these, so you could make Halloween ones and Thanksgiving ones for as a gift, or just for yourself, because hey, who deserves it more than you? All righty, thanks for hanging in there with us. Be sure to like us and share us so that your name goes in for a gift card. And don't forget that everything that I show you tonight is in our Patchwork Party section of our website. PP20 gets you 20% off. So now I'm going to show you a little bit about tonight's ruler of the month. And the ruler of the month is called the, I'm going to hold it this way, the half rectangle trim tool. And I showed this at our Christmas trunk show, our holiday trunk show, and it showed some projects with it. And since then, I have been crazy for the triangle trim tool, because it is so easy to use. You can do so many different blocks with it, and there's a bunch of different patterns that go right along with this ruler, and it's really been fun to work with. Are we still okay?
We are.
Holy moly.
We are.
That's amazing.
You have 75.
Thank you for coming back.
Of the most dedicated.
Thank you, 75 dedicated people. Thank you so much for hanging in there. I think I'll leave this right here.
You can blame it all on me.
No, I don't. No, I don't think it was our. I think it's. I don't know. Equipment malfunction. That's all we can say. But we're good now. That's all we need to know. Did anybody miss anything as we were going by that you want me to re-show? Just comment below, and I'll pull it back up and show it again, because if the sound went out or the picture froze or whatever and you didn't see it and you want to see it again, just holler. I'll show it to you again.
Lynn might have said it's the weather.
It's the weather. It is the weather. It is kind of warm in here. I don't think the air is on in here. Yeah, we always blame the weather. Yeah, exactly. So this was the first project that I made with the half triangle trim tool. Really great little tool, and I'm going to show you how to use it and how to make blocks with it in a second. But this was the first project that I did. We have kits for this. It's called Witch, and the pattern or the kit comes with everything that you need to make the table runner, as well as you can make this a wall hanging, you could make it a pillow, whatever works for you. And the kit comes with everything that you see here. When I made it, I thought it was a little bit irritating, because when you make this, the brim of the hat is appliqued on. And so what they do, so you get everything all ready to go and you're all ready to start sewing, and then you realize that you don't have the template for the brim of the hat. And what they do, what they do is they make you go online and look for it and find it and print it out. Well, that was irritating. So what we did, why? Because we love you, we printed it out and we added it to your pattern. So even if you can just buy the pattern and use scraps from home to make the project, or if you buy the kit, the pattern and the pattern for the template for the brim will be included in your kit. You're not going to have to go online, because not everybody has printers. Not everybody can use computers that well and search for things. So we printed that out for you, and we have it. Joe's saying, wait a minute.
So there's some people asking for you to show back after the sunflower, but
okay.
If you want to do your demo.
Yeah, we'll do my demo, and then I'll come back and re-show. Okay? So that was the first project I did. Super fun, fast and easy. Like I said, a little bit of applique right here where you applique on the brim. So if you're just getting started with applique, this is a great project to do that with. So, and I added the little swirly thing with the little buttons, and it just kind of throws it over the top, I think. So really fun, fast, easy project to do. Really gets you kind of using this new tool, this little trim tool, and once you make something like this, you'll have a good understanding of how the ruler works because it's so simple. And then you'll be able to make all kinds of other things. So let me show you a couple other things, and then I'll show you how to use the actual ruler because it's pretty darn easy. So the second thing that I made was this little tree table topper, and it is called Northwoods Runner. And we have kits for this as well. So the kit will come with everything you see here. The back is not included, but you'll get your pattern and the table runner fabric, everything that you see here. So the little trim tool was used to make all of the little treetop pattern, all of the little trees in the runner. So it's really cute. I love these little trees. They're so cute. This is the Sweetwater Christmas fabric this year. Love the little presents. I like this little tree with a little house on it. I think it's just very sweet fabric, very fun. And this is a really fun project to do, not hard. And that, again, once you make this, you'll have a real good understanding of how the tool works. So that's the second thing I made. Then there's a whole slew of patterns that go along with this. But the first one I found was the tumbleweed pattern. And these patterns are done by Deb Heatherly. So if you're part of our So What Club and you're making our catapult block of the month, she is the one who did the pattern that we're doing now. And I really like her patterns. They're well written, they're easy to understand, everything goes together very well, and she does things she does things the way I would do them if I was writing a pattern. You know, sometimes you look at a pattern and you do something and you go, what are they? I'm not going to do it that way. That's like way too hard. There's a much easier way of doing it. And she finds that easier way and tells you how to do it, and everything works out great. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a second. So the tumbleweed pattern is one that I'm working on. I'm actually working on 3 of her patterns all at once. So isn't that fun? So the first one is the tumbleweed pattern. So this is the North. You 20% off that tonight. All right, so this is the block for the quilt. So you're going to be making this block. So this is the block that makes this quilt. I can put this like right down here. Super easy. So you're making 2 sets of half triangle trims. So here's one, here's the other. You're making just a series of this and this. 2 blocks, and then you're sewing them around a square in the center. That's all there is to it. So let me show you how this works. It is so cool. So when you're making these blocks, as you can see, like on your hat, and on some of the blocks, you're going to have a right and a left slant on your triangle, a right and a left slant on your triangle, and others, all of them are going to slant one direction. And the instructions will tell you how to do that. Okay, so here we have a right slant, here we have a left slant, and that comes together to make your hat. Same thing on your tree. Your tree is going to have a right slant and a left slant. Okay, and the instructions tell you how many right slants and how many left slants to make. And I'm going to show you how that works right now. So when I'm making this project, I have, actually, it's hard to tell because it's spinning, but you're going to have a right slant and a left slant. So all the gray ones are going to slant to the right. All the left ones will slant to the left. Okay, so it's up to the right or up to the left. Okay? And your instruction sheet tells you exactly how many to cut and what direction to cut them. So you're going to start out with rectangles. Okay, you'll cut as many rectangles as it tells you to cut. So each pattern will have a different amount of rectangles to cut. So I start out with a rectangle, and when you are cutting your rectangle, you're going to lay all of your fabric pieces right side up. So that's something that's really important for you to remember. All the pattern pieces go right side up. Okay, If you put them wrong sides together, or right sides together, or wrong sides together, they're going to slant the wrong direction. So whenever you're laying these out, all of your pattern pieces go the same direction. Are we good?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Send her a message to
Okay. We have somebody who's having a hard time clicking in. So what you're going to do is take a ruler, and you're either going to cut your rectangle in half diagonally, going either slanting up to the right or up to the left. You can come in anytime. So I'm going to start, and my ruler's a little too short, but that is okay. We're going to slant and just trim this in half diagonally. This does not have to be perfect. With all of Deb's patterns, oops, and I'm not pushing all the way down to cut. Don't you hate that when you do that? Okay, here we go. And here you go. Okay, so you're going to cut either slant to the left, yep, go down, either slant up to the right or slant up to the left. So on these, we're slanting up to the right. Now, when I cut this in half diagonally, yeah?
What do you want me to do here?
Stay right where you are. Are you on my hands? Yeah. Okay. So stay on my hands, because once you do this, you're going to flip this, and you'll end up with two triangles, two right-handed right slant triangles, or two left slant triangles from each rectangle that you cut. The only time that that's not going to work is on a fabric like this, and I could turn it so you can see it, but you can see that this is a directional fabric. So you can see how this is directional. My trees were directional. So now if I trim this in half diagonally, it doesn't matter whether I trim to the right or to the left, one of my triangles is going to be upside down. So I don't want to use that for my tree. So anytime that you have a directional fabric, you're going to have twice as many rectangles, because you're only going to get one rectangle piece out of each one triangle out of each rectangle. So on here I got two triangles out of each rectangle. This one I could only get one. And you can't, and I know you go like, oh, well, can't it be used on the other side? But no, it can't, because it's going to be upside down. So unfortunately, that's a little bit of a scrap. So you just need to keep that in mind when you're using directional fabric. And it turned out really cute on the trees. So the trees were really fun. So I had to cut out twice as many rectangles for this piece than I did for this, because each of these I could cut two out of a triangle, and out of here I could only get one triangle out of a rectangle. So I think there's 14 altogether, and so I could cut 14 of these, but I had to cut 24 of these to get enough. I think that's how many it was, but just double. Okay? But it was worth doing that because they're really cute. So that's okay. So once you've done this and you've cut your Joe's going to come back in. So once you've done this, it's time to use the ruler to kind of trim your tops and your bottoms here. You kind of want to dog ear those so that when we lay them together, we can they line up really nice. So on the trim tool, there's an A and there's a B. And the A is going to line up right at the tippy top of your triangle, and you're going to cut that across straight. And again, none of this has to be perfect, because each one of these blocks is going to be too big, and you're going to trim it down. Then we're going to take this, you're going to stay right where you're at. Don't move. Stay right where you're at. We're going to turn this, and we're going to line up the B line that's right here and here with the corner. And if you look at this ruler, it shows you this looks like the top of your triangle, or it did until you trimmed it off. This looks like the bottom of your triangle right down here. Sure. So you can see how that's showing you right exactly where that has to go on your triangle. Then we're going to trim this off right along here. Okay, that's all you need to do right now. That's all you need to do. So you're going to do a series like for this. Each one was a gray and a white, a red and a white. So you just make as many as it told you to do, and you make quite a few, and you can see how you can kind of mass produce these. So then at that point, I don't think I have any light ones left. Can I use this? I probably can't. Okay. Yeah, I can. Okay, I'm going to trim this down. And I'm going to use this as my other one. So we're going to pretend we're doing a gray and red one. And we're going to do a gray and red one. Okay? Instead of a gray and white. So now that I have these trimmed, they are ready to stitch together. And they're very easy to stitch together. You're going to lay them out. You might want to come back in again to look at this. We're going to lay them. Now you can see how we've kind of dog-eared those corners. And we're going to lay them. You think you want to lay them this way, but you could tell that it's not correct. You're going to lay them like big side to little side, big side to little side, and just line these up like right here and right here, right along there. Super easy, right? And then you're going to stitch at 1/4 of an inch all the way down here. Okay? So here are some other ones that I have that I made. So here's another example of some that I've made that these are smaller, but the same principle will apply. Here's one. Here's the other one. I'm going to lay them together like this and stitch. And when I do that, I end up with a piece that looks like, let me dig down here. I know I've got some. No, I've got some here somewhere. Where'd they go? Got some finished off ones right here. So here's what it ends up looking like. And this is what it looks like when you're all done. And I should have one where I have to trim it down, but I don't see one. So what you're going to do is trim it down using this ruler as well. And it will tell you what lines to line this up with when you're trimming it down. So this has already been trimmed down, but I will show you. I'm going to use this because it's a little bit more of a contrast on the board. Okay, so you've got this piece, and it's actually, the one that you get is going to, when you finish it, it's actually going to be larger. And what you're going to do is trim it down, and you'll lay your ruler so that the diagonal line on your ruler lines up with your seam line. And you can see how that just lines right up. And I would trim off the excess here and here. And then I would flip it, and I would have to trim off the excess on the other side, here and here. And there's extra, always extra on both sides, probably about 1/4 of an inch going all the way around these when you're trimming them off. So you're not trimming off much, but you're trimming off enough that they're going to be perfect when you're done. So that's what that's going to look like. And so with all of these, you're going to be making a series of rights and lefts, right slants, left slants, depending on what you're making. So with this one, we're just making a series of these blocks, and then when we sew it together, it gets a little cornerstone in the center, and off we go. It's going to be really cute. So next month, we'll show you these projects all finished up, because they're all in process right now. So this one I have all the blocks done, and we're just putting it all together as we speak. So let me show you another project done with this. I kind of showed you the little batik ones that I have, and the batik ones are going together to make these blocks. Aren't these pretty? Look at these. I love these. So this project, and I'll show you the actual quilt in a second, this is called Twisted Stars. So this is the block that's in each one of these. So you're going to end up making 20 of these blocks. And to do that, you actually use a 10-inch square. So from the 10-inch squares, you're going to cut 4 rectangles, and you're going to cut another little piece of the little cornerstone so that you get a variety of cornerstones between the sashing here. So you'll be cutting 4 of the rectangles to make the block, and then the little square cornerstones to go in between. And you're also going to be doing the little black pieces that are in there. So let me show you how this all goes together. So this one goes together after you've made your, and Joe can come in closer to do this again. Once you've made your Oops. Uh-oh.
Of course that would happen.
He's dropping stuff. So once you've made your trimmed rectangles, they're all good to go. You're going to make some, here we go. You're going to make some little stripped piece blocks. So instead of cutting squares and sewing them together, you're going to sew a strip piece and subcut those to make this little part of your block. That's this part right here. He keeps dropping it. He's not sticking tonight. So that actually ends up going down here. Down here. It's actually going to go right there.
Down here.
Then the other part that you're going to make, which is really super fun, not usually, you kind of go, ugh, kind of not super fun, but you're going to make half square triangles. So you're going to end up making a half square triangle to sew to a white square in this. And to do that, she does it she's very smart when she does these things. To do it, she uses the method, and we talked about this actually at our holiday trunk show, how to make 8 half square triangles at one time. So because you're making quite a few to go in all of these little squares, they're all the same color, so you can make 8 at a time and get through it really super quick. So we're just making white and black half square triangles for this. So I'm putting together a white and a black square, right sides together. I drew a line diagonally through both corners.
Yep.
Okay, you're going to stay right here, because then we're going to take it and you're going to sew on 1/4 of an inch on either side of that line. So you can see the line that I drew, and then the stitching 1/4 of an inch on either side of that line, just like you would if you were making a half square. Don't go away. Stay here. Okay, so once I've done that, everybody get that? Pretty simple, right? You could do this. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to trim on the line that I drew. And you can kind of separate this if you want to, but just trim on the line that you drew. Right there and right here. Now I'm going to cut this one more time, because now we kind of have 4 pieces here. Now I'm going to take it and I am going to trim it, and I'm using my 6.5 inch triangle square up ruler, and I'm going to use it again in a second. But I'm kind of lining up one side here, and then I'm lining up so that this little X right here, the ruler goes right through that little X right there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to trim. And I'm going to do that on each and every one. So I'm kind of lining it up right where that X marks the spot, and trimming it on each and every one. And that is going to create 8 half square triangles. Super fast, super easy. Then, because she is so smart, these are a little bit too big, and we're going to trim these down to 2.5 inches. So I kind of take them and I flip them all, go in one direction here. I use my, you know what, I don't think we put the quilt in a day ruler on.
Somebody noticed that.
Did they? Okay. This one.
Rectangle one wasn't on there either, but I did
Oh,
put that on.
we talked about it. Okay.
But they need to refresh the page if they haven't.
Oh, refresh your page if you haven't, because it'll show up now. So now we're going to use the Quilt in a Day half square triangle ruler, and we're going to use this just to trim it to all of these down to 2.5 inches. And what I do is I line up, see where it says 2.5 inches? That 2.5 inches lines right up with the line that I sewed, not the edge of my fabric, but my stitching line right here. And then I just trim, and I'll come back over and trim. And then I'll pick it up again, move it over to the next one, 2.5 right on the line that I sewed, trim, trim, and I would go through, oops, I can't do it backwards. I will go through all of these just this quickly and trim them all down this fast, and they will all be perfect, perfect, perfect 2.5 inch squares. And I've made 8 of them all at one time. Of course, I think we have to make, I think we do, I don't know, there's like 6 of these probably. So I would probably do all of these steps all at once. And then when I open it up and press it, it is a perfect, oops, half square triangle.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that cool? And you've made 8 of them really fast. Both rulers are up. And you know what? If you purchase these, they're in the Patchwork Party section of the website, and you will get 20% off when you use the code PP20. Don't forget to like us and share us so that your name goes in, so that Facebook will pick your name tonight. All right, so we're going to do that. So we made 8 half square triangles all at a time, and we're going to match them up with a single block. So Joe can kind of come back down here and see that. And you're going to make these little 4 patches with your half square triangle and single, and then your little strip pieced block here. That all goes together in the corner, and I think I have a black square over here that goes right in the middle. So each and every block is made exactly the same. So this is your block for the Twisted Star quilt. Isn't that cute? So this is a great scrap buster. So you'll need your black and white or your backgroundy stuff, but then you'll just need 10-inch squares of any kind of fabric. Batiks are beautiful, obviously, in this, but any types of fabrics that you have, Christmas fabrics, falls, Kansas treble, anything you can use to make your actual triangle pieces out of. You're going to need 20 10-inch squares to do these pieces, plus your backgrounds in blacks. So that's really cool. It's a great scrap buster. We are making kits for this. It's not up there yet, but if you're interested, we'll show the quilt all finished next time so you can see exactly what it looks like, and we'll have kits ready to go then. But that is the Twisted Stars project. I still have another one to show you. I know. You can make so many different blocks with this. It's so fun. Okay, so let me get rid of this. I'm going to slip that down there. This is going to go over there. This is going to go over here. So the next one I'm going to show you is the interweave stars. So this is the pattern called interweave. Oops. He's just flipping all over the place tonight. Fun. Interweave stars. So that's our next one. These patterns are available. So if you just wanted to get the patterns tonight, you can get the patterns tonight. Oops. Okay. Interweave stars is going to look like this. So this is not the pattern. So here are my star blocks. So I'm doing this out of, and we're going to walk over here. I'm doing this out of Cascade by Three Sisters, and Joe can take a really close look at that and show you all of that line of fabric. And I'm going to pick up my pattern pieces over here, and really pretty from Moda and Three Sisters. This is such a pretty blue line. If you like laundry basket quilts, you'll love this. It's just so pretty. Let me show you a couple of our favorites. This is probably my favorite one of all of them. If you can look at that up close. Oops. Too close, too far? Too what?
It looks good.
Okay.
Turn over the light.
Oh, okay.
No, just turn that way.
Oh, this way. Oh, got it. And this way.
There you go.
Up, down, back, forth, in, out. There we go. This is one of my favorites. Just these big prints are really pretty. Yeah, just beautiful, beautiful prints. Lovely soft colors. What are we doing?
Somebody said it's a rough night.
It's a rough night.
Roman said it's a rough night.
All right, we're going to have a cocktail when we're done. It is a really rough night. We're going to have cocktails when we're done. It's going to be, it's okay. We're going to persevere. That's what live TV is all about, right? Okay, so here's the quilt. Interweave. Really pretty. So you're going to make an A block, a B block, and a C block. Again, your same block, just a different size. There's your little trimmed triangle block. And this is really cool because you're using them all in different ways. So this is going to go together starting like this. So here's just kind of the start of it. I'm going to just kind of, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to flip.
Okay.
Joe's used to it now. He's like, okay, do whatever. Okay, so this is going to flip this way. So this is the start of it. So you can see the stars right here, and this is the start of another star as you go along. So you're going to have blacks, and this is the black that has all tan in all four corners is going to be on each corner of the quilt. Oops, we can put this back up. I'm going to cover it up in a second anyways. But that's the quilt pattern. And then you're going to have a series of quilt blacks that look like this with just like one white triangle in there. And I'll show you why that's going to be. Because as we go along, your next step is going to be a strip set. Isn't this cool? So this starts to make that other triangle that's in here. So really these are the red ones that I'm doing in the big up here. And then these blue ones are the ones that are in here.
Very cool.
So it's very, very cool. So it's interwoven. So the next one is going to come down here. I believe it goes, oops, now I'm going to screw this up. How did this go now? It does not look right. Okay, what did I do? Because I have to have, I got that. This has to go this way, it says. That's what the picture shows. Does it look right? Okay, because now what we're going to do is we're going to put this here. That's why it doesn't look right. See how that's making that star go? Okay, so that's going to finish off that star there. And we have this star finish off. Now I'm going to put another block up here. And you can see how that's going to go. So here's another star. Here's the start of another star like this that's going to go down there. And it's going to continue as you go along. So I have another piece that's going to come over here to do this over here. Isn't that cool? So you can kind of see how it's starting to go together. It's going to be really cool. And I think these colors are going to be so pretty. I just love the subtle blues and tans and off-whites in this. So that's how the whole quilt is going to go. Think of it big.
Big, big, big.
I'm working on it. I got all my little pieces cut. So you're going to make a series of tans and blues.
Sharon Travis says she really likes this one.
Isn't this cute? I'm not sure we did. I know I ordered a whole bunch more and they're coming on the truck. So it should be here tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest if we run out.
Very cool.
So, yep, so they should be unlimited and we should be good. So Sharon, check this one out, Sharon Travis. Look at this cute little quilt. It's called Country Stars, and it has little barns and quilts on barns and little stars going along here, but these little stars are not pieced. These are from the panel. So there's a panel that has all of these little stars on that you're going to kind of fussy cut and put in here. And then the rest of these are charm pack already pre-cut and ready to go. So your little quilts with the barns on, like these, are part of your panel. This is part of your panel. This is part of your panel. There's your panel. So all of those extras are panel pieces, and then there's just little squares that go around it with an outer or an inner border and an outer border.
Oh, quilt on barn.
It's quilt on barn. Isn't that adorable? I think it's just so cute, and the blues are really fun. And she really quilted this nice. I don't know if we can get a really good picture of the quilting on this. Do you think so? So here's our back, and you can see the quilting is quilts on barns and quilts.
Look at that.
Can you see that? That is so cool.
Look at that.
We love this.
Very neat.
So this is called Country Stars. It's 45 by 55, and it needs 1.5 yards for backing, and the kits are available. Everything that you need except for the back is included on this. Okie dokie. Then you can kind of just slowly turn around, and we kind of have a patriotic quilt. I think a very patriotic quilt. The eagle is called American Wild Eagle, and you can use your Ultimate Flying Geese ruler to make all those flying geese. If you think about it, I know you're all looking at that going, oh, those flying geese. But you can make 4 flying geese at a time. It is 60 by 47 and a half. So it kind of goes horizontally instead of vertically, but really, really stunning panel. And batiks.
How big was the last one?
The last one was 45 by 55. So it's not huge. It's just a really fun one to like throw over a couch or whatever, but really, really cute. But the kit is available. Don't forget, PP20 gets you 20% off anything that's in the Patchwork Party section of our website. And if you like us, share us, and comment, your name will go in to win a gift card tonight. Okay, so I think I've gone through most everything, but we'll do just a little bit of a quick review of the stuff that was kind of dicey at the beginning.
Okay.
So let's go.
We've only got 97 people, so.
Okay, so we're going to hang on. We're going to keep going through. So it's okay. So we had the little mug rug, the Snug as a Mug rugs, and trivets or pot holders. Those were made with the little silicone pieces. So to start out with, you're going to want the pattern with the silicone. And then once you make one and you want to make more, you can just buy the refills. That's for the mug rugs. And all of the instructions on how to make these are in there. And then to make the pot holders and small trivet, you'll need to start out with the pattern. And then the pattern has a silicone trivet in it. And then you can also buy the refills as you go along. So these are all on the website. PP20 gets you 20% off tonight. Then these were the little panels that we put into the mug rugs and the trivets because they're 6.5-inch squares. And they are perfect for the mug rugs and small trivet or pot holders. And we have all the go-with in the fabrics to go with it to finish off your trivets and finish off your mug rugs. So our little panels, the little panel fit in here or it fit into the center here for that. Okay, then the other thing that we had, I think when we were switching over, I have the Hanukkah placemats. These were Hanukkah placemats, arm upside down. It makes 6 Hanukkah placemats. I thought the colors were really pretty and they were really well done. So you get 6 placemats in the kit. So yeah, don't see a lot of these types of things, but I thought this one was really nice. So we have the panels and as a kit, when you get done with that, now we've got those. Then this is the backing fabric that comes along with your panel for the backs of your placemats.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so really cool Hanukkah fabric.
Nifty.
Yeah, they don't make a lot of it, but I really liked this one. Then we saw this, this was the woolly sunflower table runner. Kits available, all ready to go. With backing is included, so the front, the back, and the binding to make these. Super, super cute.
Yeah.
So that's that. So
Those little bitty things.
little bitty things. They're the insides of the sunflowers.
Okay.
Sunflower seeds. The snowman on the back wall, we don't have the name on it. Yeah, Nordic, yeah. I don't think it's on the Patchwork Party section of our website, but we'll get it on there. And we'll talk more about those next month. And you can always stop in the store and see those. So those are some of the Christmas quilt patterns that we have kits all ready to go. So you can check out the Christmas section of our website to find those. This was the little Advent calendar panel. So the Advent calendar panel came with the front, and all you do is take and fold these little strips up to make the pockets, and then you stitch in between the pockets. We did a little decorative stitch in between. So your panel comes with the backing and the binding to go with this. Yes. This was our August table runner or bench pillow of the month. So that's in the Patchwork Party section of the website. PP20 gets you 20% off. There's that. How are we doing? And the anything goes table toppers. So do you have any questions on these table toppers? Did you get all of that at the beginning when we were talking about it? Or do you need me to run it down a little bit more? This is the extra small. There's kits for the small snowman. Then there's the medium harvest harvest wishes. This is the front. This is 23 inches harvest wishes.
Some very generous customer said, good show.
We're getting there. And then don't forget the chickadees. The chickadees are the most adorable. Chickadees are really cute. Thank you so much. Some days. This is what you get when we do it live, folks. That's right. We're getting what we're paying for here, girls. He's not getting nothing. You might get dinner tonight after we're done. But these are your Everything Goes table toppers. We have kits for, of course, the chickadees, the harvest wishes, and the small snowman. So cute, that little snowman is so cute. So that's those. Do you have any other questions on things that might have broken up at the beginning that we missed, that you want to see, that you can see behind me that you want a little information on?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, awesome.
Well, thank you so much for hanging in there with us, girls. Sometimes the internets just aren't your friend. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you have any questions, if you need anything, don't forget to like us, share us, and your name will go in so that when we push the button tonight, Facebook will hopefully pick your name. PP20 gets you 20% off, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye. Bye. We did it. Bye.